Yeah, better. Oh, not as good, but it's okay. All right, you must be wondering, why is Miss Gillette look so fabulous and why is she burping for us? Well, that's because my burping skills have finally taken me to Hollywood. I can burp so well that the rest of the world wanted to see it in a show. So, but first, let's talk about math. And how is math related to my stardom and burping? Let's talk about it. Well, today is 10.5. We are talking about symmetry. Say it, symmetry. I can determine if a figure has a line of symmetry, okay? So you might be wondering, what is a line of symmetry? Let me tell you. A line of symmetry is if you divide a shape into two parts that those two parts are the same size and shape. I'm so sorry, it just was coming up. Okay, so let's talk about how these are all related. Okay, so Miss Gillette's burping skills have landed her in Hollywood. What's up? Do any of the letters in Hollywood have lines of symmetry? So we want to take the word Hollywood and decide if any of these letters have lines of symmetry. So step one, let's spell out Hollywood, nice and big. We got Holly. Gotta make sure we do it nice and big. If you've ever seen that big sign on the hills, Hollywood. Okay, so what line of symmetry means is that if we cut these letters in half, either vertically, which is up and down vertically, or horizontally, which is this direction, long ways, vertically, horizontally, okay? That the two halves will be the same. So let me show you what I mean. So if we look at the H on Hollywood, is there a way we could cut this where both sides would be the same? Well, if we cut Hollywood down the center vertically, are this half and this half the same? Yeah, so H would be, does have a line of symmetry. What about O? If we took O and we cut it down the center, vertically or horizontally, would both sides be the same? Yeah, look at it. If you cut it down this side, it looks exactly like this side. It's like a butterfly. Both sides are exactly the same, right? That's how line of symmetry is. If you cut it down one way, are both sides the same? So the O would work. Let's look at our L's. Could we cut the L's in any way where they would have a line of symmetry? Well, if we did it vertically, is this side the same as this? No. If we did it horizontally, is this side the same as this? No. Even if we did it diagonally, is that side the same as that? No. So an L doesn't have any lines of symmetry. Okay, let's keep going. What about our Y? Can we cut our Y down vertically? If we cut it straight down the center, well, yeah, that side would look just like this side if my letters were even, right? Okay, let's look at my W. We don't want to do this one horizontally, but if we did it vertically, do both sides look the same? Yeah, this side would be the same as this one. So W and Y both work. We've already done O. You could do it this way or this way, and they'd both be the same on both sides. And then D. D we can't do vertically, but if we did D horizontally, these two sides would be the same. So pretty much all the letters in Hollywood have a line of symmetry except for L's. L's do not. So, all right, let's try some more lines of symmetry. It's actually pretty simple. You're just drawing a line vertically, horizontally, or diagonally, that works too, to see if any of them worked. All right, guess what? Miss Gillette can't go to Hollywood because then she would have to leave you guys, and I know you guys would just cry without me, so. All right. So on your homework today or your classwork today, you're gonna see things like this. So if we have this shape, a rectangle, and they're gonna draw the line for you. So you don't have to draw the line. If they drew it this way, and this was a beautiful perfect rectangle, would this have a line of symmetry? Yes or no? Well, does this side look exactly like this side? Yeah, so the answer would be yes. It does have a line of symmetry. Okay, let's try another one. So a lot of this is just going to be saying yes or no. So if we had a smiley face, wow, this marker is really smeared, and one eye, smiley face. Okay, on this one, if we want to know if it has a line of symmetry. Well, if we did it horizontally, that wouldn't match because the eyes would have the mouth. But if we did this vertically down the center, is this half the same as this half? Yeah, so does this have a line of symmetry? Yes, it does. Okay, so that one would be a yes. All right. Here is your pause problem number 1. So I know this video is going fast. So I want you to pause it after I show you this problem. So pause problem number 1. If you have this really cool arrow that Miss Gillette drew, I want to know, does this arrow have a line of symmetry? Yes or no? Pause it. I'm going to keep going. Well, if we cut it down vertically down the center, my line was a little bit off. Are these two sides the same? Well, yes. So yes, it does have a line of symmetry because they're the same size and shape on both sides. If you draw it perfectly, sometimes mine aren't perfect. All right, I want to show you something else. I feel like you guys should understand that. So sometimes it's going to ask you, it's going to give you half of a picture, and it's going to want you to draw the other half of it so that it would have a line of symmetry. So if it drew something like this, like a butterfly. Okay, if it gave you something like this and asked you to draw the other half so that it did have a line of symmetry, you would have to take this and draw the other half of it, okay? Just so it's the same picture on both sides, okay? So we would finish this lump, and then we'd do 1 loop, and 2 loops, and down. Okay, well, maybe my second loop needed a little help. To the best of your ability, you're gonna draw the other side of it so that it does have a line of symmetry. This side, if we folded it over, would look just like that side. That's the test. If you can fold it over and it works, then perfect. Okay, so your pause problem number 2 is I'm gonna draw one for you, and I want you to draw the other half of it so that it has a perfect line of symmetry, okay? So if I drew this, and I wanted you to give it another drawing so it has a perfect line of symmetry, pause and see if you can do it. I'm going to keep going. So I just want to take the same thing and imagine that it's completely flipped over. Kind of looks like a Christmas tree. Oh man, that last part got a little bit off, right? Kind of looks like a Christmas tree with a butterfly wing. So to the best of my ability, it's a little bit bigger. I could fix it. You want to draw the same thing but flipped onto the other side, and then it has a perfect line of symmetry. I hope that this makes sense enough, and I'm really happy you got to see part of my burping career. So have a fabulous day. Bye, friends.